I just don't think so. This is an art form. We have thousands of people with high intelligence trying to do these things, and nobody does it consistently. So that tells me that it's not a matter of intelligence, whether artificial or not. Some people get it. Some people have insight. Some people can make these qualitative, subjective distinctions. Most people can't. So I believe there will still be room left for the few people who can do these things demonstrably better. You asked whether we're going to have a Powell, a Volcker type um, uh, treatment, and I think we are getting it from Jay Powell. I think he's being very reasoned, but he's being resolute, and all the optimists who run the stock market would love him to say, we're probably going to think about bringing rates back down starting in December or something, but he hasn't said it, and I don't think he's going to say it. And all he has said so far is we're going to keep raising rates. We may go slower than we were going. We may end up higher than we thought we were going to go, but we're going to keep vigilant. And he hasn't said a word. Well, he has. He has mostly said, and we're not going to be cutting rates anytime soon, which I think is very appropriate. So I'm optimistic that he'll do the right thing here. But the interesting thing, if you think about the last 100 years, until China came along, the U.S. did not really have a serious economic rival in a century. And now we do, and that rivalry is going to be played out. And we don't like some of the ways they undertake it, and everybody tells me the same thing. So that must be right. They must be misbehaving in some ways. But I think they're going to want to stay part of the world community, which means that they're. I don't think we're going to have their worst instincts confirmed. You mentioned that people describe China as uninvestable. I've done several things in my life that were uninvestable. High yield bonds, 78, distressed debt, 88, even emerging market equities, 98, were all considered uninvestable. And you make the most money when you do something that other people refuse to do, or everybody refuses to do, and it turns out to be the right thing.
I just wanted to jump in here and tell you about this new valuable resource that we created for you. The biggest challenge to taking control of your personal finances, improving your investment returns, and building a better future is just getting started. This means getting organized, having a plan, and being disciplined. As Mark Twain once said, the secret to getting ahead is getting started. If you're not satisfied with where you're at financially, whether that be not having enough savings at the end of each month, watching your cash being eroded away by inflation, or maybe you're not sure where to get started with investing, down in the description below, we put together a free guide for you called The 4 Simple Steps to Take Control of Your Personal Finances and Life. You can get this free guide by clicking the link in the description below.
Like I said, there's no room for certainty. You have to assume that hopefully your better decisions will work more often than your worst decision, or the better decision maker's decision will work more often than the worst decision maker's decisions. But it's certainly not true that every correct decision or every well thought out decision is going to work, or is going to work on your time schedule. A lot of these ideas come from a book called Fooled by Randomness by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. And I found that book extremely thought provoking, like a Zen koan, or like decision making under uncertainty. You have to get at the truth of the environment that you work in.
I went from losing a lot of money in the best companies in America to making a lot of money safely and steadily in the bonds of some of the worst companies in America. So it helped me to two conclusions. It's not what you buy, it's what you pay. And good investing comes from buying things well, not from buying good things. And if you don't know the difference between buying good things and buying things well, then you're probably in the wrong business.